everyone, Jennifer here, back with another edition of TV Talk. It's Saturday, and that means it's Touched by an Angel Day. And this week's episode was Elijah. A bitter slumlord sentenced to 2 weeks living in his own tenement pays a very high price for being so unkind to his tenants. Ultimately, he listens to Monica and follows his prized father's example. Sorry about the pause. There was a little divide between the wording there. Okay, things I liked about this episode. I really liked everything about this episode. First off, I love Touched by an Angel, so that's a given. There's very few episodes of Touched by an Angel I do not like. Second off, this is one of the few episodes where they actually touch on a religion. Touched by an Angel doesn't usually, focus on one religion or another. It's just generally knowing, no matter what you believe, God loves you, kind of thing. This one, they did touch on a religion. They touched on, Judaism. The person that they were helping was Jewish. And I know that because they made a big deal about Passover in this episode, which is a Jewish holiday. And for those of you who are unfamiliar with the story of Passover, it is the story in, I don't know what chapter of the Bible, but it is the story of Moses. And it tells the story of how God chooses Moses to go to Egypt to tell the Pharaoh, who many people believe was Ramses II, because a lot of what was going on in the story lines up with Ramses II's reign, and ask him to let the Hebrews, who were slaves in Egypt, go. And in order to persuade the Pharaoh to let the Hebrews go, God sent the plagues, and I can't remember exactly how many there were, to Egypt, the last one being the angel of death coming and taking all of the firstborn children, and the Hebrews taking the blood of a lamb and marking the mantle and posts of their doors, so when the angel of death came down and passed through Egypt and saw the blood on their doors, it would leave the house alone or pass over the house. And thus where the name Passover came from. And I'm sure there's more details to it than that. I'm Jewish, so I don't know all the details that have to do with the actual story of Passover. This is just what I know from the Bible and from watching movies like The Prince of Egypt. But I did like that they did touch on a religion. They didn't really shove it in people's faces. It was just because of it being Passover, and it might have even aired when Passover was, which is why they did it. I'm not sure, but it was in there. It was mentioned. You saw some of the traditions for Passover in there, at least what I believe were some of the traditions for Passover. So they did touch on it a little bit, and they will do that sometimes. They will touch on some form of religion, whether it's Christianity or Judaism or Catholic faith or whatever. They will sometimes touch on that. Mostly though, it's just broad. They don't really touch on any religion at all. Okay, things I didn't like about this episode. There really wasn't a lot I didn't like about this episode. At first I had a problem with the way the building was, but then when you watch the episode, you understand, okay, there's a reason for this. And then the whole thing with the landlord and his son, I had issues with that as well. until I realized, oh, there's a tie-in to that. Okay, so a lot of things when I first saw the episode, when it was first aired, that I had an issue with, I then, once we got to a certain point in the episode, like, oh, now it makes sense why they did that. So I really had no problems with this episode whatsoever. Okay, feel free to check out my other Touched by an Angel videos. My other TV talk videos. And my other videos. Okay, before we sign off, I sign off a few things I'd like to touch on. First off, a quick reminder on my comment rules. Okay, please leave your comments and questions in the comment section. I do love to read those. Also, feel free to follow me on Wattpad, Tumblr, Instagram, and Twitter. I do have my name for those 4 sites right there on the screen, as well as the pictures I use for the icons. Please note that all pictures seen within this video do belong to their respected artists. I own absolutely nothing. Also, any links mentioned in this video, or any sites mentioned in this video, will have the link in the description section. Okay, YouTube subscribers. Any of my videos that are not on my YouTube channel are on my Facebook page. Facebook friends, basically the same deal. Any of my videos that are not on Facebook are on my YouTube channel. And to anyone who's interested, you can feel free to check out my Facebook group, Fanfic Corner. I would like to apologize for not posting a video in a few weeks. Unfortunately, I was out of town for 1 week, and then I was sick on the following week, and I just didn't have time. So I do apologize for that. Okay, finally, DreamWorks Dragons will be coming to an end at the end of November. And that means that there will be an opening for a new TV Talk series. And that also means that you guys get to vote and tell me what show you would like me to do a set of videos on. Your choices are Horseland, Outlaw Star, Dot Hack Sign, and Inuyasha. Voting is extremely simple. All you have to do is write a positive comment on one of the 4 shows listed, and or like or love a positive comment on one of the 4 shows listed, and whichever one gets the most votes is the one I'll do a set of videos on. Please keep in mind that negative comments and dislikes do not count as votes. And if Inuyasha is selected, I will be doing, as of the posting of this video, up through season 1 of the sequel. Voting will be until the 27th of November. But if I have to change that, I will let you know. You may vote as many times as you wish, but please keep in mind that in the event of a tie or no votes, I do have the final say. Also, for those of you watching on YouTube, I do have a poll on my YouTube homepage for this. It will say the 13th of November. That's because I was unable to change it. So just know that that is until the 27th of November as well. That is a one-time shot vote though. So please think long and hard about which one of the 4 shows you want me to do a video on before you cast your vote on that. So far, the voting stands at 2 votes for Horseland and 4 votes for Inuyasha. However, you do have a little over a month left, so be sure to get your votes in and make your voices known. Okay, please be sure to like and share if you're watching on Facebook, or like and subscribe if you haven't already, if you're watching on YouTube. And as always, thank you for watching, and have a very nice day.